After losing by 35 points, Aliyah Wilson and coach Becky Hammon claimed the Indiana Fever won because of the officiating instead of giving credit to the team's performance. They ignored Caitlin Clark's record-breaking game, the Fever having 6 players score in double figures, and the Aces' poor shooting, choosing to blame the whistle instead. In this video, we'll examine every excuse the Las Vegas Aces made and compare it with what actually happened on the court. The facts tell a very different story, and we'll explain why these complaints came after Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, Aliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, and the rest of the Indiana Fever delivered a dominant victory. What do you think about the Aces' excuses? Share your thoughts and support the Fever in the comments below.
Touch on the reviews in this game and maybe how they impacted the pace. I'm wondering, as a player on the court, how does that impact the flow of the game? And is it a little frustrating to even pay attention to it?
Yeah, I honestly don't pay attention to it. And of course, reviews and everything is going to get in the way. But at the same time, we shouldn't even be putting ourselves in situations to have to be reviewed, even though some calls may be a little skeptical.
Caitlin Clark missed part of the West Coast road trip because of a back injury, and it was obvious she was eager to get back on the court. Before the July 12th game against the Las Vegas Aces, she wasn't focused on getting revenge or chasing records. She simply wanted to play basketball again. Even after returning, the Fever limited her playing time to about 24 minutes, meaning she spent more than half of the game on the bench in a warm-up jacket. Despite that, Indiana stayed in control from start to finish and proved they could dominate even with their star player on a limited minutes restriction.
Good. Had a hard workout day after the Phoenix game, felt great there, and then obviously we had practice yesterday, so feel ready to go, and I'm excited to play 25 minutes and excited for my spurts to be a little bit longer, so there should be.
Indiana took control from the opening tip and never gave up the lead for a single moment during the entire 40-minute game. This wasn't another comeback story where a team recovered after a slow start. The Fever grabbed the lead early in the first quarter and continued to increase it every period, while the Las Vegas Aces struggled to respond and never found a way back into the game.
Boston keeps it for herself, attack mode and scores. Aliyah Boston is a huge part of that. Let's talk about matchup.
Aliyah Boston set the tone from the very beginning with her physical play. She challenged Aliyah Wilson on every possession and finished with a double-double while forcing the former MVP to fight for every point she scored. Boston made sure the Aces' biggest star had a difficult night on both offense and defense. Then, on the very next play, Caitlin Clark drilled a deep three-pointer right over Wilson, adding even more momentum to Indiana's dominant performance.
Clark is the last game, managing that back to go. Wire-to-wire victory. Last night never trailed. Right now they do. Here's Caitlin.
And just continuing to step back and see how far out Wilson is on her, still with the hand up.
Kelsey Mitchell scored without making a lot of noise early in the game. She found open shots, made them consistently, and stayed patient throughout the first half. After halftime, she caught fire and took over offensively, finishing with the highest point total for Indiana, while no player on the Las Vegas Aces was able to match her scoring.
Clark is the last game, managing that back to go.
The rebounding numbers may not look overwhelming at 35-28, but they played a big role in the game. Every extra rebound gave Indiana another chance to score, while taking opportunities away from Las Vegas. Those extra possessions led to second-chance points and helped the Fever stay in control of the game's tempo. The shooting numbers made the difference even clearer. Indiana shot an impressive 56% on two-point attempts, while the Aces managed only 39%. From three-point range, the gap was even bigger, with the Fever hitting 48% compared to just 24% for Vegas. That wasn't just a lucky shooting night. It was the result of Indiana creating quality shots while the Aces struggled with poor shot selection, and the final score reflected that difference.
Mitchell. I mean, just look at the Jets. Hasn't even put him on full throttle yet. She's looking for something. Count it.
Kelsey Mitchell has got gears. She has 6 straight games with 20 or more points. Over the course of that, over 27 points per game. It's because she could score at all 3 levels.
Indiana also took advantage of its free throw opportunities, proving this one was about execution, not luck. The Fever handled the small details the right way for the entire 40 minutes, and it showed in every part of the game. The biggest sign of their complete team effort was that 6 different players scored in double figures. It wasn't just Caitlin Clark or Kelsey Mitchell carrying the offense. Aliyah Boston, Sophie Cunningham, Monique Billings, and Lexi Hull all stepped up and made important contributions, with everyone working together to secure the victory. Even after such a complete team performance, the Las Vegas Aces still went into the post-game press conference looking for someone else to blame instead of giving Indiana credit.
And Indiana has done this a few times. Gotten the basketball out of the rim quickly. Cunningham sets her feet. 3 for her.
And that was a deep one. And for Sophie Cunningham, who shot so well from 3 on the season in the last 2.
After the 34-point loss, Aya Wilson told reporters that the Indiana Fever benefited from a special whistle instead of admitting her team was outplayed. She didn't focus on the Aces' mistakes or give credit to Indiana's performance, choosing instead to suggest the officiating made the difference. That raises an important question because it's a bold claim when your team was beaten in nearly every major statistical category. Head coach Becky Hammon supported Wilson's comments, saying the Fever played too physically and arguing that the officials failed to call illegal screens throughout the game.
She's looking. Little change of pace. And Harris was pivotal in the win against Phoenix. Drills her first shot.
A big reason why is how she's been knocking down 3-point shots with consistency, nearly 40% from deep.
Another excuse was the schedule, with the Aces pointing to playing 3 games in 4 days and saying tired legs left them with no energy. While that can definitely affect a team, it doesn't explain losing by 34 points. Fatigue might cause a team to lose by a few possessions or struggle late in the game, but it does lead to getting dominated from the opening tip to the final buzzer. A loss that large isn't the result of a few missed calls or a demanding schedule. It happens when one team clearly outplays the other for the full 40 minutes, and that's exactly what Indiana did.
I wonder if I could ask you one other question about Mitchell. You've coached against her for a while. She's on a stretch now where I think she has 6 games of 25 points or more, and you talk about speed. Is that a big part of why it is so difficult to guard her, how quick she is?
Yeah, I mean, her motor combined with her skill set, it's just hard. She's super fast. She never quits moving. They set a ton of screens for her. I don't know if they're all legal, but she gets a lot of screens.
If there's one stretch that explains the game, it's Indiana's incredible 43-9 run from late in the 3rd quarter into the early 4th. No amount of officiating can create a 34-point swing like that. A run of that size happens when one team completely falls apart while the other executes at a high level on both ends of the floor. The Aces also complained about physical play, but some of the biggest contact went against Indiana. On one play, Chelsea Gray's knee sent Caitlin Clark to the floor, yet the foul was called on Clark instead of Gray. Clark was the player who ended up on the hardwood, but she was still the one charged with the foul, making the complaints about the officiating even more questionable.
Like posting her, I kind of like her in mid-range. I like her in space. To sit there and bang against Aliyah Boston for 40 minutes is really hard on somebody's body, especially when they allow the physicality that they do. And that team was more physical than us the whole night on both ends.
Another key moment came when Dana Evans closed out on Kelsey Mitchell and stepped directly on her foot, the type of play that can easily cause a serious ankle injury. It wasn't just routine contact. It was the kind of play that could have deserved a flagrant foul in many situations. Despite how dangerous it looked, it received very little attention after the game.
For overall, we just need to rest our bodies. I was literally telling Jackie and Chelsea that towards the end of the game, it was a lot of rim out shots, a lot of short shots that we would normally make. I think we just need to rest. It is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. I don't want to flush this game away at all. I think we need to understand we can't look like this anymore against any team. But I do feel like just we need to rest a little bit.
When you look at those 2 plays, the claim that Indiana benefited from a special whistle doesn't match what happened on the court. Caitlin Clark took the contact and was still called for the foul, while Kelsey Mitchell got stepped on and no additional call was made. That doesn't look like a team getting favorable treatment from the officials. It looks like a team dealing with physical play all night and still winning by 34 points. Becky Hammon's comments also don't fully add up because blaming both fatigue and the officiating at the same time creates a contradiction. If the team was exhausted from the schedule, that's one issue, but it doesn't explain claims of unfair officiating. The game itself showed the Aces playing the more physical style, while Indiana stayed focused, handled the contact, and earned a convincing victory.
And the review is for an act after the foul.
I don't see anything after the foul. And to me, Chelsea Gray with counter moves and just going through the body, creating some contact. I believe it was on the arm. Caitlin Clark was not vertical off of that. Gets Chelsea Gray, watch here at the end, gets her on the forearm, which is where I believe the foul was called.
When 6 different players score in double figures, there's no need to blame the officials for the outcome. The stat sheet clearly explains why Indiana won. The Fever earned their victory through balanced scoring, strong teamwork, and solid execution from start to finish. Now, let's look at each player's performance, beginning with Aliyah Boston, whose impact went far beyond the double-double she recorded. Her effort on both ends of the floor helped set the tone and played a major role in Indiana's dominant win over Las Vegas. Kelsey Mitchell finished with 27 points, but the biggest achievement was making franchise history. She passed Tamika Catchings by recording her 38th straight game with at least 10 points, setting a new team record. That accomplishment means far more than one great performance, because it reflects incredible consistency. Any player can have one big scoring night, but Mitchell has delivered double-digit points in 38 consecutive games. Opposing teams know she's a scoring threat every time she takes the court, yet they still haven't been able to stop her. That's not a lucky streak. It's the standard she continues to set every game.
Fever down! Bow, bow, bow! Bow, bow, bow! Hell yeah!
That's how you finish the road trip.
You go home to Indiana. So happy. Bow, 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 bow! Wait. I guess I was get it right. I need to be a ring girl before every game. Come on.
Now let's go back to Caitlin Clark because her numbers become even more impressive when you remember she played only 24 minutes while returning from a back injury and following a minute's restriction. She finished with 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists despite being on the court for barely half the game. That performance also came with a historic milestone, as Clark became the fastest player in WNBA history to reach 600 career assists, accomplishing it in just 72 games. Many players need several seasons to reach that mark, but Clark achieved it before completing her 3rd season, showing just how special her playmaking has been.
Houston just flew in for that rebound. Boston. She's become deadly from the outside. Top 5 in the league in 3-point percentage. 7-point difference. Nice tip there by Young. And Boston gets it right back. And Boston gets the rebound, keeps it for herself. Oh! Aliyah Boston on the old board, doing everything.
Coast to coast, and for Aliyah Boston,
Sophie Cunningham came off the bench and completely changed the game with her shooting. She knocked down 6 of her 7 3-point attempts and finished with 20 points, giving Indiana a huge boost whenever they needed it. Her shots kept falling from deeper and deeper range, and it quickly became clear that this wasn't just a lucky stretch. Cunningham was in complete control, shooting with confidence and making it look like every 3-pointer she took was going in.
19 points, and she gets some early tick here today. Clark threads the needle. Down to Timpson, tough finish.
so exactly what Chelsea told Ashley about getting downhill, and that was off of a screening act. And there's so much attention on Caitlin Clark, as you can see, but Timpson gets off that screen so quickly. Turner a little late to recover. The help is...
You could feel the momentum change as soon as Sophie Cunningham knocked down her 3rd 3-pointer. Indiana's bench erupted. The crowd got even louder, and the Aces' confidence started to disappear. Their players looked frustrated, their energy dropped, and they kept looking toward the bench for answers. What had already been a comfortable lead quickly turned into a one-sided game, and Cunningham was the driving force behind it, stretching the lead with one big shot after another.
Even with Caitlin in the lineup, who said there has to be. Mitchell, pull up, rolls in.
Well, the nice thing about
Indiana 5th in the standings. Las Vegas is 1st right now. Boston, nice find down to Mitchell. It's all time for consecutive double-digit games in Indiana Fever history, passing the one and only Tamika Catchings. Oh, through contact. Kelsey, waiting for the right time. Oh, that was awesome.
While most game recaps overlook these performances, Monique Billings and Ty Harris also played important roles by scoring 10 points each. Their contributions may not have made the highlight reels, but they were a big reason Indiana won by 34 points. Billings made her impact in the paint, while Harris controlled the offense, created good opportunities, and knocked down open shots. Neither player needed favorable officiating to make a difference. When you put it all together, Aliyah Boston limited Aya Wilson, Kelsey Mitchell set a new franchise record, Caitlin Clark made league history despite playing limited minutes, Sophie Cunningham caught fire from three-point range, and both Billings and Harris delivered valuable double-digit scoring performances. Every player earned their success through strong execution and teamwork, making Indiana's dominant victory about great basketball, not officiating or excuses.
in the league because of the way they share the basketball.
Cunningham, that's what she does.
Las Vegas going to a zone opening.
Less than a minute to go here in the third quarter. She gets hot quickly.
The mood was completely different when you went from the Las Vegas Aces press conference to Indiana's locker room. There was no blaming the officials, no complaints about the schedule, and no excuses. Just a team confidently discussing a win they believed they had earned. Head coach Stephanie White gave credit to the defense first, explaining that strong defensive play made the offense much easier. By forcing stops and making the Aces take difficult shots, the Fever were able to push the ball in transition and score before Las Vegas could get its defense organized. White made it clear that Indiana's defensive effort was the foundation of everything the team accomplished on offense that night.
And there's something to say for a team that goes through adversity. At times, it can bring you closer together. Cunningham, feeling it. She's hunting them now. You don't want that. Cunningham drills it.
After the game, Aliyah Boston spoke about Indiana's balanced scoring and made it clear she didn't see it as a one-time performance. Having 6 players score in double figures wasn't the result of luck. It came from moving the ball well, making the right plays, and everyone being ready to contribute when their opportunity came. Boston's message wasn't just about celebrating this win, but about making that level of teamwork and balance scoring the standard for every game going forward. Sophie Cunningham shared the same team-first mindset after the game, saying that everyone stays ready because any player can step up on any given night. Sometimes it's Kelsey Mitchell leading the scoring, sometimes it's Caitlin Clark, and in this game, Cunningham was the one who caught fire from three-point range. Her message was that the Fever don't depend on one player to carry the team because someone is always prepared to make an impact. That attitude stood in sharp contrast to the Aces' post-game comments. While Las Vegas focused on officiating and a busy schedule after the 34-point loss, Indiana's players talked about defense, balanced scoring, and being prepared whenever their number was called. Instead of making excuses, the Fever simply credited their teamwork and were already focused on the next game.
Just having a game like this during the road trip, how satisfying is it?
It's huge. It's huge. I thought
Our team was tough-minded. We withstood that run in the third quarter. We locked down defensively after that. I mean, I think we came into the half, they were shooting almost 52% from the floor. They ended the game with 39%. This is again, we're building consistency to these types of efforts. Now, we're not always going to, shoot the ball the way that we did, but I thought we found the best shot on the floor. And when you do that, your percentages are going to be higher. So just really proud of this group and how connected we continue to grow into.
That quiet confidence also highlights something the Las Vegas Aces couldn't ignore. This wasn't the first time Indiana had dominated them. It was the second blowout in the same week. Beating the defending champions once might be dismissed as a lucky night, but doing it twice by convincing margins shows that this Fever team is very different from previous seasons. Looking at the bigger picture, Indiana finished its West Coast road trip with a 3-1 record, an impressive result against strong playoff-level opponents on the road. Even while dealing with travel, Caitlin Clark's back injury, and her limited minutes, the Fever still won 3 games, proving the roster has much more depth than many expected. Defeating the defending champions twice in 1 week isn't something a team does by relying on one star player. It happens because multiple players are stepping up and contributing across the entire roster.
I think we let our defense spark our offense, and then offensively, we moved the ball, we kept it popping. I think that's really just been a focus for us. It's just getting the ball reversed, and then it's going to find who should shoot it, and I think we did a better job today.
On those nights that your offense does those, that's how quickly can you tell that you guys are playing the way you want when it's coming?
Yeah, I think you can tell right away. I think for us, it's about making sure that we stay consistent through 4 quarters.
Caitlin Clark kept her post-game comments simple and focused on what mattered most. She spoke about reaching 600 career assists and said she was thankful to be back on the court after recovering from her back injury. There was no trash talk or criticism of Las Vegas, just a player happy to be healthy and ready to keep improving. That attitude reflects the identity Indiana is building, letting its performance speak louder than any post-game comments. While the Aces focused on officiating, the Fever talked about defense, teamwork, balanced scoring, staying prepared, and remaining humble. After a 35-point loss and 6 Indiana players scoring in double figures, Las Vegas chose to blame the whistle instead of addressing the rebounding, shooting percentages, or Sophie Cunningham's outstanding shooting performance. The numbers already told the story, and they needed no further explanation. Indiana moves forward with confidence after beating the defending champions twice in 1 week, proving its success comes from strong teamwork rather than excuses. Now the question is, what excuses does Las Vegas have left? Share your thoughts on the Aces comments in the discussion below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more of the latest basketball news and updates.